Oh, man, I've seen you in action, dude. I know what you are capable of. Man, push to the very limit. Well, today we are going to be pushing a particular car to the very limit, and I've got 3 letters for you. WRX. The gentlemen from Overdrive TV are here. Chiro, Gav, welcome back into studio.
How's it? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, the Subaru WRX. Now, it's not often car manufacturers listen to us at all. In fact, they generally ignore us. But someone must be tuning into Espresso in Japan, because the last WRX, Chiro and I moaned about it, but we whinged they'd lost its focus a bit. Now, they stopped listening to American focus groups, went back to their hardcore fans, and I'm so glad to report this is Subaru back
Big in Japan,
top form. But it's just fantastic, this
So,
WRX.
I want to own this car more than I want to have children, I think. And I didn't want to give it back. I really didn't. When they came to get it back,
and how are they going to catch you? I mean, if they wanted to keep it, I mean, what are they going to do?
And the thing is, it's down to feel. There's nothing that feels quite like this in this price bracket.
Absolutely. I just honestly don't think there's a car that handles anything like this. It's epic in a straight line, it's quick, but in corners it absolutely defies belief. I mean, there's a few reasons for this. I mean, supercars like Lamborghinis and Ferraris will put the engine mid-mounted, so it's just in front of the back axle. Whereas this, they've done the same, but just behind the front axle. So it's a boxer engine, so it's a lot flatter onto the surface of the floor. So it gives you a lower center of gravity. And the car, you basically turn it and it goes where you told it to go.
It's a rally car. It's basically a racing car on the road.
So as you may have noticed, Cape Town's been having the sort of weather where people from Joburg point and laugh at us. And the thing is that turns our roads into hell. And in this hell is where you want all-wheel drive. That's Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system. Basically means that all the bits in the middle are the same length as everything else. And there's nothing that sticks to the road quite like all-wheel drive.
Absolutely.
I think everyone would be safer if we all had this.
What sort of price brackets?
Well, that's the thing. They've got a special on at the moment. I must just point out in this video, they're showing the STI and the WRX. The STI is the one with the ridiculously big tail thing there, which is with on the
what do you mean? There are people all over Cape Town saying, what do you mean?
Yeah, that's
a little bit undersized.
People from my hometown of Benoni are also saying, what are you talking about? But yeah, there's actually a special on 399,000 Rand for the WRX, which is about 30,000 Rand off. It's on at all dealerships across the country, so which we were surprised. I mean, 400k, it looks a bit like a Toyota Conquest inside. It's all stripped down. There's nothing too fancy. All of the engineering.
That's their style, hey? Keep it basic.
Absolutely. Yeah. Everything's gone into the engineering and the handling, and it's
so you might be thinking, well, what else could you buy that would compete with this performance-wise and give you the same level of thrill? And someone that Gavin and I hugely admire, racing driver Dion Hubert, we get to work with him really often. He supplies us with a lot of our cars. So I SMS him, I said, Dion, what do you think of the new WRX? He says, you know what? That McGann trophy that you guys reviewed on Espresso about a month ago is faster. And I said, yeah, well, for you it is, because that's front-wheel drive. And I had a couple of good drives in that, but it felt like it was going to kill me. Whereas with the Subaru, I feel like I could throw it into a corner. It made me feel like a better driver than I am.
Exactly.
Oh, you want that.
Absolutely, it really does.
That's the one I'd have. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, I like the sound of that, guys. Nice, exciting start to the weekend.
Thank you.
Now, did I hear the word KUGA?
You did, but it's not as if Sofia Vergara moved in next door to you or anything. This is a Ford KUGA, where it's spelled KUGA, so it's not about a woman of a certain age.
You can still say it sexy.
You can still say it's sexy as a KUGA. I was actually pointing out it's looking a little bit like the Hyundai iX35 there, which is their kind of SUV.
Good point.
But the thing is, it's 6 years old. It's not the newest car out there, and I mean, the one thing it felt like. You get 2 very different types of Ford Motor Corporations. You get the European Ford and the American Ford, and those are 2 very different car companies. One is bankrupt and owned by Barack Obama because it had to get bailed out. The other one is profitable and comes from Germany. And this car feels like they had a worldwide staff party and kind of combined the 2 Fords. And it doesn't
maybe after the staff party.
Yeah, exactly. There was a drunk weekend. Yeah, but it really is. It's a very solid, dependable car. It's also got all-wheel drive, nowhere near as sophisticated as the Subarus, but it's as you can see, it handles brilliantly. It's just one thing that surprised me a bit. The Ford build quality, what didn't quite seem to be there. It seems like they took that bit from the American side of Ford, and some of the switchgear in that felt a bit tacky. But overall,
what I particularly enjoyed about it though was the ride. It is all-wheel drive as well, so it's got this sort of it's got the system where basically it's front-wheel drive until it needs to be all-wheel drive. So it's particularly sort of the road holding's really safe in that regard. regard. It's got this 2.5-litre petrol engine, which I'm not convinced about. It's very, very thirsty. So I'd wait and see if they bring out the diesels if you are going to go for something like this. And you're looking at about 400k as well.
So buy the WRX.
So just get
just
everyone.
Have smaller children. That's the key, man. Is it a hard and fast rule that American cars have a lower build quality?
Well, it never used to be. It used to be made in Detroit. Used to be a byword for quality, but I think over the years
they went through
a bad period. Even when Mercedes-Benz started getting made in America, there was some quality issues. So look, let's hope the US car industry is on its way back. But as we say, that KUGA has been in Europe for 6 years, and it's being sold as the new Ford KUGA. So.
And this is what baffles me about why the South African Ford has brought it out to South Africa. There's a brand new KUGA in America. It looks really, really nice as well, and it's got this clever, feature where you swing if you swing your foot under the rear bumper, obviously with a key in your pocket, it opens the boot for you. So if you got you know, like you're carrying all this
a golf bag and 3 kids.
Exactly, shopping parcels.
So,
I mean, it's got little clever things like that, which we're not going to get for a while, obviously. But that being said, if you want a Ford Focus, it's higher off the ground.
Exactly.
Cool, gentlemen. Enjoy the next ride that awaits you. Thank you very much. Great catching up. Good to have you back in the land, my friend. So 2 great buys on offer. Now, Kia is standing by. What's up, girl?
Stay with Expresso and SABC3.